We do indeed have Kobus Verster, who's the acting chief executive of Aveng. That is after his predecessor, Roger Jardine, resigned and left the building at the end of August. It was pretty sudden. Kobus, what's sentiment been like within the organization?
Hi, Alec. No, I think it was indeed a bit sudden, but I think once the decision has been taken, the view was sort of taken that we are starting a new financial year. We have a reporting cycle, and therefore the board accepted Roger actually go a bit quicker.
Well, as the financial director previously, are you still holding that role as well as CEO right now?
That's correct. I still am the financial director and acting CEO.
And have you thrown your hat in the ring for the new position?
Alec, no, I think the board subcommittee will follow a process, I think, to search wide, externally and internally, and we must find the best person for the job.
But are you up for it? Did you say, yes, me too, please consider me?
We're not there yet.
You're not even there yet. Okay, well, where you are is that you've passed your dividend. Not happy. The market down 3 3/4% today, the share price. There's a story behind that.
I think, yeah, we didn't take this type of decision lightly, but I mean, given the performance during the financial year, a substantial negative cash flow and the losses in Greenwich LTA, the board decided that we're not going to declare a dividend. Yeah, I think that's it.
But you looked so good at the half-year stage. You had operating profit up 56%, headline earnings up 48%. Now we get to the end of the year and it's all chaos.
Yes, I think in the latter part of the year, mainly two things happened. I mean, we have done a review of some of our contracts, and we had to take a substantial loss provision in a few contracts, obviously, which was negative towards the end of the year. And we also took a view on the recoverability at this point in time of the impact of labor disruptions on the financial year, which mostly impacted us in the second half.
This is the kind of turnaround that loses CEOs their jobs. Yet we were told that Roger Jardine willingly decided to leave. What's the true story?
No, I mean, we publicly stated that he resigned due to personal reasons. He's going to take a sabbatical. And there's nothing more to that.
All right, well, let's have a look at the similarities that you did with your results this year to Wilson Bailey. Big increase in your revenues, but a decline in the bottom line, and that tells us that your margins were really squeezed. Wilson Bailey thinks they're going to push their margins up in the year ahead. Do you?
I mean, obviously, I think having made a loss in the South African operations, obviously we should improve that position substantially. I think if you look at the Australian part of the business, which is has in the past had some problematic contracts, there we believe that the operating margin will improve in the next year, and overall group margins should improve due to a positive outlook on most of the businesses, and hopefully a reduction in the negative performance by Greenwich LTA.
And a dividend, are we likely to see that coming back into play next year?
Well, I think as a group we would like to return to a dividend paying position as soon as possible.
There's just a small thing that really did stick out in the results. You took a 71 million rand position in the Goldfields Mall, and then also in the numbers you say you sold that. It is unusual to see a construction company actually owning a shopping mall. What's the story behind that?
No, we always had a shareholding, and I mean, on a concession basis, we as a company tend to take minority stakes in those type of developments, and then do the construction work, and then at the appropriate time to sell down. So there was a change in the Goldfields holding structure, which basically it just moved from one position on the income on the balance sheet to the next. So we still have a shareholding, it just moved.
All right, so you're still invested in there, and hopefully we'll offload that at a big profit in future. And something else that you did mention, you did warn us in your interim results that there was about 120 million rands worth of costs from the labour disruptions at Medupi. Have you got a final figure on that?
Yes, I think in Group overall were impacted by strikes, not only at Medupi but all over, around 350 million rand. Grinneke LTA was affected 270 million, and most of the